Peacekeepers literally hit the ground running in Mogadishu. It's so dangerous here that when these African Union soldiers land, they have to run for cover because of the threat of mortar fire. And the airport is one of the few areas that's supposed to be firmly in the control of the government and AU forces. The threat is from Islamist insurgents Al-Shabaab, a group with links to Al-Qaeda that controls much of southern and central Somalia. The government only controls a section of Mogadishu, and the AU troops known as AMISOM are here to protect it. They are not in reality peacekeepers, but protectors. Across Mogadishu this summer, the fighting has been fiercer than ever. During the holy month of Ramadan, Al-Shabaab increased their attacks. And in turn, despite heavy sniper fire, AU forces have advanced into Al-Shabaab-held territory, house by house, by knocking holes through the walls of each home. It is a brutal slog to take the high ground.
To make a mop-up operation within the buildings here. And thereafter, after they have moved into that tall building there, AMISOM forces will move into those buildings so that we continue pushing these people out, flushing them out of the near reach.
The AU, largely made up of Ugandan troops, shell Al-Shabaab positions. Bakara Market in the distance is an Al-Shabaab stronghold and commercial centre. Locals say the Red Mosque close to it is the scene of executions and torture. Here at the new position that the African Union forces have taken further into Mogadishu, Bakara Market is far behind me, and in between there we have Al-Shabaab fighters. The African Union right now are trying to clean them out of that area so they can continue to move deeper into the city. AMISOM's mandate is to defend the government. But in Mogadishu, the line between defence and offence is rarely clear, and the two sides are often just metres apart. Al-Shabaab fights back with roadside bombs, suicide attacks and mortars. It's also declared that it will take the fight to the home countries of the African troops deployed there, and recently claimed responsibility for devastating bomb attacks in Uganda. Al-Shabaab have also been known to recruit child soldiers. Shortly after I arrived in the city, reports circulated that up to 100 boys had been brought to Mogadishu from the south and forced to fight. The AU soldiers say they have no choice but to shoot them.
It's unfortunate, but we have no choice.
And they're very scared.
Very much, emaciated. They look so weak, so weak.
And there are constant reports of foreign fighters joining Al-Shabaab, from Yemen across the Gulf of Aden, but also from North America and elsewhere.
We do see them, and even when we kill them, we see them. Yes.
And what? How many foreign fighters have you killed since July?
No, I can't be certain, because we have had several encounters. At least in each encounter, at least we do kill them. We do kill them because we get information. And we get intelligence just from inside. Mostly they are Arabs, though we have also some Africans, some from Kenya, Uganda itself, Arabs from Yemen, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Chechnya.
The AMISOM force has opened 3 new outposts to better protect the presidential palace from attacks. Soldiers took me to what they call the dead zone, where they pointed out Al-Shabaab positions. They said foreigners were often in charge of local fighters, running outposts from buildings just behind the line of fire.
That's a building. That is the monopoly market. You can first stop. That is the monopoly market, and that's where you find foreigners. When we are fighting here, the foreigners are a little bit in the rear.
This summer, the AU's modest gains have taken them up to the ancient seaport, overlooked by the once grand Aruba Hotel. There is often talk of a new offensive against Al-Shabaab, and Uganda has pledged more troops to AMISOM. But this is a war of attrition fought out among the ruins of a once graceful city, where victory is as unlikely as surrender. Jane Ferguson, for CNN, Mogadishu, Somalia.